lovies, I'm doing things a little bit different today. Normally I just dive right in and paint and then I talk afterward. But there's a little bit of explanation that needs to go on with what's happening right now. So this is a piece that just has been around and that hasn't sold, and it just doesn't give me, it just isn't working. It's too flat or dull or whatever. And I have a lot of those pieces that happen to lie around, and sometimes they're here for a year or two, and then I see it and I suddenly get an inspiration to do something different. So that's kind of where I'm going with this. The other thing too is, as we go through this piece, and right now I really don't know what I'm going to be doing. I have no idea. I don't know what direction I want to take this. I just know that it needs to be different. And there's so many things that I really like about this piece. I love how the map shows through all the background, but I'm not in love with this. There's just a lot of things that I'm not so happy with. So I got to thinking about this whole process, and some of my best mentors talk about being able to let go of the background to create a masterpiece. And I thought, of course, how I would apply that to my own life. And I've got this quote that says, "Freedom and change happens when you let go of the old and start building the new." And so as I take this piece, it's fine, but I know that there are areas that I don't like, that I want to change, and that's my application to life, to my life. And then as I dive in to try and make the changes, it's scary, there's unknown, it's uncontrollable, you just don't necessarily know where things are going to go, but you know it needs to change. And that's how life is, and that's how, when we're diving in to make strides and steps and take a courage walk to make things different, it's really scary and we don't know. And there are areas of our life that we absolutely love, but we know that it needs to be better, or that's things that we don't like that we know need to change. And so that's this process. So I wanted to talk about this up front, to explain what I'm doing for one, and then also to give you that thought as I'm going through, and how it applies to your own life, and how oftentimes, and I'm sure you will see as I begin to do this, it gets really ugly and then it gets beautiful. And that's how change works. When we begin to make change, it's scary and it's hard and it's not easy. But once we keep going and we keep at it, and we know the conviction and we know that place in our heart of where we want to go, we get there. And it becomes beautiful, and it becomes that masterpiece, and we're willing to let go of that background to see the whole piece come together. All right, loves, I don't know where this is going to go, and it might not get completed today, who knows, but we're going to make some changes and make it a masterpiece. All right, let's get painting. All right, lovies, there she is, all spruced up. This makes me happier than what it was. I love it. I still was able to save some of the things that I liked about it, but I really kind of just brought it to life. It needed color and some vibrancy. It was pretty flat before, and so I was able to add the door and just use some acrylics for the flowers. Super simple stuff, but it made all the difference. And one of the things that makes the difference is the contrast of colors, because before it kind of all blended together, and now it's got lights and some darks, and back down here to some lights, so that makes it more pleasing to the eye. The most important thing though when you're creating is, does it make you happy, right? And that's the story, the theme, like what you're searching for, what will make you happy. And a lot of times we need to change some things, and that was this process and the lesson in this piece. So this says up here, freedom and change happens when you let go of the old and start building the new. Walk through the door, take the first step. Freedom is waiting for you. And that is my message to you today, my lovies, that whatever it is you're needing or looking for, or what needs to change, it could be small, it could be big, you can do it, and there's freedom in making the choice to make the changes. It's not easy, I'm not saying easy, but there's so much freedom in walking through the door and getting to the other side and watching things happen. And the great thing is in the process, the courage muscles and the strength that you build, the confidence that you build in the process is amazing. And I promise it will happen. So if you are hesitating, don't wait another day. Take the steps to make the changes, to get the freedom, to bring the picture of your life into color so that it's not dull anymore. So that is my message for you today, my loves. I hope your Sunday is awesome. I hope it's restful, and I hope you're taking the steps to make the changes, to find the freedom, to follow your dreams. And I want you to always remember that you are loved.